Alrighty, hi everybody. So we are going to talk about care products today. So I've picked out about 10 of our top care products here at Benders. We're going to talk a little bit about them, let you know what the product is, how to use it, and how the outcome will be with the product you use it with. So a lot of our leather goods here at the store, shoes, purses, are an investment for a lot of people. So helping them protect those leathers, help them keep them moisturized, is only going to help with the longevity of their products. So I'm going to jump right into it today. And the first few products I have are Four Seasons products. I am going to talk about some Dansko, some Cork-Renew, some UGG products, and the Kiwi Sponge today. So all of these products are made by a certain brand. That does not mean that they are only brand specific to those items. There's a little bit more specialty with the UGG stuff, which we'll talk about when I get to those. But all of these can be, just because it's a Dansko beeswax doesn't mean it can't be used on a Clark that is appropriate to use it on. So let's just go ahead. The first one I'm going to talk to you about is a leather lotion. So this is the leather lotion by Four Seasons. So this is awesome. It keeps your leathers smooth and supple. This is to be used on a smooth leather only. We do not use this on a nubuck or a suede. What happens when we do that is it mats the suede down, or it makes the nubuck super oily looking. So this is to be only used on a smooth leather. It helps revive those leathers, makes them look a little bit more clean. It helps get the dirt off, and also conditions them, helps make them softer to the feel too. Anytime you see dried out leather, it's not good. So this is going to help condition those. So all you'll need to do is just put a little bit on a rag, wipe it into the leather of the boot or shoe or purse that you're using. Super easy. If there's any excess, which there shouldn't be, you just put a little amount, like I said, on a rag. You can wipe that off. But this is going to help condition and protect those leathers and keep them nice and supple. Smooth leathers only. The next one I'm going to talk about from Four Seasons is their Weather Guard. So Weather Guard comes in an aerosol spray can. This is honestly one of my favorite products here because it is safe for nubucks, it is safe for suedes, and it is safe for smooth leathers. So this is used to help protect against water spillage and droplets on your shoes. So it's going to help repel these things off of it. It enhances the appearance of the shoe as well, and it does create a nice little barrier. And the barrier is still going to breathable. It's a non-silicone based spray where silicone tends to clog the pores of the leather and makes the shoe not breathable at that point. So non-silicone, your shoe's still going to breathe and not get damp feeling. So that is the Weather Guard. The next one I'm going to talk about here is the Four Seasons Leather Balm. So this one comes with a little sponge applique inside of the container here. It almost looks like to me like the best way to describe the consistency is like a Vaseline. So this again is only to be used on smooth leathers, no suede or nubucks. So this is going to really help moisturize the leathers of the shoe or boot. You can apply it with a sponge if you like to, and then I like to follow it up with a dry rag and wipe off the excess, because this does tend to collect a little bit in the seams when you are rubbing it into the shoe. So then just take a nice rag, wipe it over. It may darken the leathers a little bit, but I've always noticed with 2 times a wear, maybe even 1, that starts to lighten up again as the shoe absorbs the leather balsam. So one of my favorites here, and it's just gonna help rehydrate and help condition. It's also gonna help repel stuff that does hit it. And remember, it is smooth leathers only, okay? The next one is a Dansko product. This is very, very similar to our leather lotion. So I kind of will just repeat what we talked about there. Use with a small amount on a rag, rub into a smooth leather only. This is not a nubuck, this is not a suede. It goes on super easy. It's almost like a lotion almost, you know, consistency. This can be used on any smooth leather. This just does not have to be used just on Dansko. So go ahead and try it on a smooth leather, see how it feels. It's just gonna give it a nice little shine again and moisturize those leathers so that they don't get dried out or cracked. Alrighty. So the next one I'm going to talk about is a beeswax. So this is a leather conditioner. It goes on almost like a paste. It's very creamy. So this is not to be used on a nubuck or a suede either. This is for smooth leathers only. It's going to help condition those leathers, keep them clean. I have myself on a pair of boots that I had was like between a nubuck and a suede. Nubuck and a smooth leather. I have put this on there and I actually really liked the outcome of it. It had more of an oily look to it. It helped moisturize those boots so it didn't feel so dried out. Because like I said, it was kind of that cross between a smooth or a nubuck. So I have used it there and have liked it. It is a little bit more of a work and you will have to use a little bit more, but that is the beeswax. Next one I'm going to talk about is Cork Renew. So we all know about Hoflingers, we all know about Birkenstocks. They do come with a little bit of maintenance. That's the prime use of this Cork Renew. So the little applique here, I'll show you, is just a little bristled brush. And then I say it almost looks like an Elmer's glue. So this is gonna dry clear as you use it. So you're gonna take your Birkenstock or your Hoflinger, you're gonna paint that cork. It goes on white, but it will definitely dry clear. It will not look white anymore. So you may need a couple coats depending on the condition of the cork at the time of doing this. My best recommendation would be to do this more frequently to save that cork. Cork is a natural thing of the environment. It's gonna absorb anything around it. So if we walk outside and it's slightly damp or it's raining and your cork is dried out and not sealed, the outside environment is gonna kind of start seeping into that cork. So we wanna make sure we keep it sealed before it's too far gone. So always just kind of keep up on it. It's $5.99 for a little cork container, but I have seen people who have had Hoflingers and Birkenstocks that they have worn for 5 years because they've kept up on this. This is a huge part of the longevity of those shoes. So make sure everybody should be selling one of these with a Birkenstock or a Hoflinger. Nice little add-on sale, and it is gonna really help the customer out. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is the 2 UGG products here. So the first one we're gonna talk about is the sheepskin cleaner and conditioner. And then the second one I'm gonna talk about is the protector. So I would kind of sell these as a pair. Yes, we can spray the Uggs. We don't have, some people don't clean them. I'd recommend cleaning them. It is gonna help with the appearance of the Uggs. Uggs are a maintenance. That sheepskin is definitely a maintenance. So Uggs originated in Australia as a surfing boot, then have grown from there, and obviously we are wearing them in northern Minnesota when it's cold out. So this boot does require some maintenance in our climate and conditions outside. So the cleaner and conditioner, what I would do first is take your Ugg boot and take a little bristled brush like this. And you're gonna brush with the grain of the leather. That's gonna help get any of the dirt out. It's gonna help get any of that grime out of the boot, okay? So after we do that to the whole boot, then you're gonna take a damp rag or a damp sponge, and we're not gonna soak it, but enough that it's gonna absorb into the leather and the leather looks damp, okay? And you'll see that in the Ugg, it does change a color, especially if it's that chestnut or a lighter color. The boot will change colors. We don't need to soak it, just dampen it first. And then we're gonna take a little bit of this cleaner. So it comes out with a little spout, be careful because it does come out a little fast. You're gonna take an additional rag and then you're gonna rub this conditioner, a little bit of it, into the boot of the Ugg. This is gonna help clean it. It's gonna remove a lot of that dirt and grime. So that's gonna condition it first. So once that is all done, set it aside for 24 hours before you do anything else with it. Do not wear them. Do not set them in heat next to a radiator or in the direct sun. They need to be in a cooler climate and maybe in front of a fan or something like that. But we definitely do not want to apply heat to this. This is gonna ruin the leathers, it's gonna shrink some of the leathers. We think heat's gonna help it dry. It's gonna actually harm the boot more than it is good. So make sure you do put it in, maybe set it out in your foyer, or if you have a heated garage, we put it in the garage and let it dry. I forgot to mention too, sometimes when this boot is damp and has the conditioner on it, it kind of loses its shape. So make sure we do put some stuffing in it to help it gain its structure and hold its shape while they're drying. So once it's been 24 hours and your boot is clean, then you can go ahead, and I'd recommend using, so this is just called Protector by UGG. So it's just that standard spray bottle here. So you're just gonna go over the area, lightly spray it. You do not have to soak it. This product works really well. So just enough, like I said, that you can tell that the boot is evenly sprayed with the protector. And we're gonna do the same thing. So it's gonna dry in an immediate climate. It's not gonna sit next to a radiator. It's not gonna be next to a heater. It's not gonna be in direct sun. We need it to dry on its own. So before you wear this boot out, I'd recommend 24 hours of letting this boot dry. I would still leave that stuffing in the boot to help hold the shape of it as well. So those are those two. And the last one, actually the last product I'm gonna show you, and then we're gonna talk about one other here too, is the Kiwi Shine Sponge. Here in Grand Rapids, recently we've all really liked selling this. It's an instant gratification kind of product. So it is a sponge that comes loaded with a little bit of clear polish. So this can be used on any smooth leather product, no nubuck, no suede. It will make the boot look oily and matte down the naps of some suedes if we do that. So smooth leathers only. This is great for travel. This is great to sit at your door. You're going to work and you're like, oh, I need to shine my shoes today. This is something easy that you can have on the go, put it in your purse, put it in your car. So this is, like I said, it's that instant gratification that if somebody doesn't have a full time to condition their shoe, that, whoa, they can just go ahead and touch it up with this sponge. So we have those are $6.99. Then also I wanted to talk about the difference between a paste and a polish. So a paste is used if it's a colored paste, a neutral paste. So this is applied directly to a smooth leather, and you have to use one of these horse-haired brushes, and you have to pretty much work it to shine. So you rub it in first, you take the brush, and you work it in to shine. So that is the horsehair brush that you use with the paste. The next thing is a polish, and a polish is gonna be, I don't have one right in front of me. But anyways, so a polish has a dull matte finish to it. So you just brush this on with a rag. I like to use my fingers and really like just kind of rub it into the leather. You may get some color from doing that, but you can lightly take a rag, and it is a dull finish. It won't have a shiny finish to it. So those are all the care products that I wanted to talk to you all about today. There are a lot of things to learn about all of them, what leathers we can use them on or not. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask. I know a lot of the senior staff here does know about the care products, and some of us need a refresher, so that's why we're doing this. And I am always up for questions, comments that you've known about products. I'd always love to hear. So I hope you all learned something today. Bye.